93rd founding anniversary of the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. Visiting it together with them were bereaved families of the anti-Japanese revolutionary martyrs and the anti-Japanese patriotic martyrs, and teaching staff and students of the revolutionary schools. The senior officials of the party, the government, and the military paid a solemn tribute to the memory of the revolutionary martyrs together with other visitors. Then the visitors looked round the cemetery. They laid flowers before the busts of martyrs and paid a noble tribute to them, looking back upon the immortal exploits of the anti-Japanese forerunners who created the history of heroic resistance and the brilliant revolutionary traditions, while fighting bloody battles in the battlefield with arms in their hands under the leadership of the great leader Kim Il-sung, holding high the banner of independence by their own efforts. The song and dance performance, Eternal Acre of the Back to School, was given by the Ministry of National Defense Song and Dance Ensemble at the April the 25th House of Culture on the 25th to celebrate the 93rd founding anniversary of the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. It was enjoyed by Cha Ryong-hae, member of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and first Vice President of the State Affairs Commission and Chairman of the Standing Committee of the Supreme People's Assembly of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Chae Dong-myung, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, Jung Yong-taek, Director of the General Political Bureau of the Korean People's Army, and other commanding personnel of the Armed Forces organs, service personnel of the People's Army, teaching staff and students of the Mangyong Revolutionary School and Gangban Revolutionary School, and Pyongyang citizens. The national anthem of the DPRK was solemnly played. Put on the stage were various items, including famous songs of the times, demonstrating the traditional victory of the Korean Revolution. The performers sang of the remarkable heyday of power on this land, permeated with the blood and soul of the guerrillas, as well as the hard-fought struggle of the martyrs, who defeated the imperialist tyranny, keeping the ideal and ideal of Juche as their absolute truth. A commemorative march of successes for carrying forward the soul of the anti-Japanese revolutionary forerunners took place in the capital city of Pyongyang on the 25th, on the occasion of the 93rd founding anniversary of the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. Attending the march were service personnel of the People's Army, youth and students, and children of the revolutionary schools. Kim Jong-sun, Department Director of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, made a speech before the start of the march. She said that new generations have an important mission to inherit as the eternal tradition, the lofty soul of the anti-Japanese revolutionary forerunners who opened the road of the Korean Revolution by bloody battles with arms in their hands under the guidance of the great leader Kim Il-sung. She stressed the need to fully display their strength and stamina at the site for the overall prosperity and development.
In terms of the amount of wind that they have.
The youth vanguard started the march at the plaza for the April the 25th House of Culture. Chae Dong-myung, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, Jung Yong-taek, Director of the General Political Bureau of the Korean People's Army, and other leading officials encouraged the marchers. Advancing in the van of the marchers was the column carrying the portraits of the revolutionary martyrs, including Kim Chek, Kang Bun, Kim Il, and Choi Hyun. The participants made a pledge of eternal succession in front of the bronze statues of the great leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il on Mansu Hill. All the participants made a firm resolve to build a powerful socialist country, a prospering ideal society of the people on this land by firmly carrying forward the indomitable spirit and revolutionary faith of the first generations of the Korean Revolution. A dancing party of the Women's Union officials and members took place at the Plaza of the Arch of Triumph on the 25th to celebrate the 93rd founding anniversary of the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. The participants danced the tune of songs including Long Live Generalissimo Kim Il-sung, Our General is the Best, and Victory Generation for Generation. The entire people and service personnel of the People's Army significantly celebrate the 93rd founding anniversary of the Korean People's Revolutionary Army. Those visitors to the park of the Plaza of the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun, the Supreme Temple of Juche, where the great leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il are laid in state, paid the noblest tribute to them. Service personnel and other people laid floral baskets and bouquets before the bronze statues of the great leaders on Manso Hill and their mosaics in all parts of the country and paid homage to them. Many people called at the Revolutionary Martyrs Cemetery on Mount Pasong, infusing them with the strong revolutionary faith and indomitable will of the foreigners, who made a long journey in the blizzards of the Baekdu, with Kim Il-sung as the center of unity and leadership in the period when the Korean Revolution started. Officials, working people, and school youth and children throughout the country called on service personnel, war veterans, and honored disabled soldiers to enjoy the holiday together with them. The concerts of the National Symphony Orchestra was given at the Moranbong Theater and the performances in Pyongyang and provinces. That day, the public catering service units across the country served the people with diverse festive foods, and working people enjoyed themselves at the Central Zoo, the Natural History Museum, the amusement park of Quezon Youth Park, and other places. The 38th National Sci-Tech Festival opened under the sponsorship of the Central Committee of the General Federation of Science and Technology of Korea. Its opening ceremony was held at the Sci-Tech Complex with the attendance of Cha Dong-myung, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, officials concerned, and working people. Kim Song-bin, Chairman of the State Commission of Science and Technology, made an opening address. He said that respected comrade Kim Jong-un has made great painstaking efforts to constantly strengthen the scientific and technological force. He emphasized that all the participants should concentrate efforts on the perfect implementation of the decisions of the plenary meetings of the Party Central Committee, while actively sharing and exchanging technologies as well as the successes made in their scientific researches and technical innovations through this festival. After the ceremony, the participants looked around the venue of the festival. During the festival, there will be presentation and examination of sci-tech successes, exchanges of new technical products, lecture of new technology, and sci-tech symposium and presentation. A new library of the Koryo Sungkyunkwan University was built and inaugurated. The library is in good harmony with the main building at the foot of the scenic Mount Songa. It has all conditions necessary for studying and disseminating science and technology, such as scientific discussion and reading rooms. The inaugural ceremony of the library was attended by Vice Premier Chun Sung-guk, officials concerned, officials, teaching staff and students of the university, and builders. Addressing the ceremony, the speaker said that libraries to be conducive to training the life-industry personnel of the country has been wonderfully built under the warm care of the respected comrade Kim Jong-un. He stressed that the employees of the library should secure a greater number of mini-sided sci-tech materials and direct efforts to normal operation of the library. At the end of the ceremony, the participants went around the library. Seminars on the exploits of the great leader Kim Il-sung were held in Germany, Romania, Belarus, Italy, Tajikistan, and Serbia on the occasion of the 113th anniversary of his birth. They were attended by many people, including personages of political parties, organizations, and institutions in the given countries. Speeches were made. Speakers highly praised Kim Il-sung as father of socialist Korea, extraordinary thinker and theoretician, founder of the Workers' Party of Korea and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, outstanding military strategist who defeated two imperialist powers in one generation and prominent leader of the world socialist movement. They said that DPRK is working amazing miracles one after another in all fields of the socialist construction under the leadership of the respected comrade Kim Jong-un, who is selflessly carrying forward the revolutionary cause, pioneering and reality gives new strength and encouragement to the people of those countries aspiring after independence.
The Korean Central News Agency released a commentary under the title, Road to Yasuguni Shrine will lead samurai state to doom. The commentary said, the Japanese chief executive to the Yasuguni Shrine on April 21st, on the occasion of the Spring Ancestral Rites Day. Afterwards, about 70 dietmen belonging to the Association of Dietmen for Visiting Yasuguni Shrine, the Shupro Party Dietmen's Federation, thronged to the shrine. The Japanese reactionaries are making it a rule and tradition to visit the shrine every year on the occasions of spring and autumn ancestral rite days, the day of defeat and so on, and offer tribute to it. This is a vivid manifestation of their sinister intention to invariably and deeply implant the poison of militarism in the whole area of the archipelago, with the shrine as the origin. What merits serious attention is the fact that the positive spread of war and fascist culture through the visit to the Yasuguni Shrine is being conducted in parallel with the reckless movements of the present Japanese authorities, rushing toward the perfection of the war state while clamoring for steady bolstering of defense capabilities since they took office. The war hysterics for aggression frequently going off at any time by inviting foreign forces under the pretext that the creation of Asian version of NATO is indispensable and the European Atlantic Ocean and the Indo-Pacific are inseparable in guaranteeing security, are driving the security environment on the Korean Peninsula. The road to the Yasuguni Shrine is the road to militarization, which will only precipitate the ruin of the whole Japan. The samurai descendants' ambition will push the archipelago forever into the grave, the commentary stressed. And that's the end of the news. This is VOK, the voice of Korea. Now here's a female call. We have entrusted our future to him.